Hi there. Um, my name's Holly, and I just got into utilizing wigs. I've had some hair loss, and so I found that this is a way to approach it, and it definitely increases confidence, and I don't know, it just makes you feel pretty. So I'm not a reviewer, and but I didn't see some of the wigs that I got recently reviewed, and I thought that someone else might think this is useful. So I wanted to do a couple of reviews. I just have two, but I wanted to do them so that if you are in the market for a human hair wig and you're curious to what some of them look like on like a real person or how they look, when you take them out of the box, I just wanted to be able to provide that for you. So the one I'm going to show you, I've got one on that I'll do later, but the one that I have that I was going to show with this for this one is it's a Raquel Welch, and it's a very long wig, and it is called Provocateur, and it is chocolate copper. And I'll take this outside so you have a better view of it and you can see it with a little bit more light on it and how it looks in natural light. But it's really beautiful. Definitely a nice color. It's much lighter than the one I'm wearing here. So it's a lighter brown, I guess is the way to do it. And I definitely gravitate towards the brunettes. The reason that I picked this one out was because it's got the French drawn cap. So, I've noticed that people show the caps a lot in videos. I won't go too in depth because I'm not very knowledgeable in this, but I do know a couple things, which is that the French drawn cap actually is nice because it looks like a realistic scalp. So if I turn it this way, you can see, and this, I can actually pull my hand out and you can still see that it has like a coloring that looks like an actual scalp, which is really nice. I've noticed that for some of the other ones, it's just kind of like lace, and so it just goes right through. And if you don't have any hair, then it would show your scalp through it. I do still have hair left, and so it was nice to be able to have something that would not do that. And it looks more realistic. I'm gonna try to pull this up so you can see it a little better. You don't have like the zigzag pattern of the other types of caps. So I really liked that about that. That was a big feature for me. It's also 100% hand tied, so it gives it more natural movement and it looks more like realistic on your head when it's moving around, which I also really like. And you also, of course, have parting versatility on this, which was important to me. I typically part mine on the side, but I like the flexibility to part it on the other side if I so desire. So I am going to put this on and I'll show you what it looks like on, and then we'll go outside and I'll show you what it looks like outside. Okay, so here's what she looks like on. Again, this is Provocateur by Raquel Welch, and it's 100% human hair wig, and she is longer, so I don't remember the exact measurements, and you can definitely look those up, but for me, it definitely comes down to like mid-chest area, so it's nice, it's very feminine, it's very light, it's definitely comfortable to wear. It's got a realistic hairline, so I don't know if you can see, but it looks really good in my mind. I know that some ladies have, done like little baby hairs and things like that, and I haven't really done much on that front on this. So something that I can do in the future. Let's see, what other things would I have wanted to know? It is definitely, so this cap has some silicone bands to it and is a little bit smaller. I actually have, like I wear Ellen Ville and I have a little bit smaller of a head. I don't have a petite head, so I'm not in that category, but I'm a little bit smaller from on the average side. And so if you had a little bit larger of a head, this would probably, if you have hair, it would probably be too tight. But it's comfortable as is. I've also trimmed the lace on this. It comes with a good amount of lace. Like where I'm pointing is probably around the amount of lace that it came with. But like I said, I have a smaller head, so I was able to trim some of that back, and it's now more comfortable for me in the way that it's set up. So I mean, it's very pretty. I love. I typically braid this and pull it back, and then do the same on the other side so that I have kind of like a little braid going. It's very nice. You know, it's good for like a special occasion. What I did find is that it's a lot to wear all day long. Beautiful, but a lot to wear all day long for me. And so that's where I have a shorter wig that I'll show you later. From Ellenville that, you know, is also human hair, but it's a lighter wig and it doesn't have the nice French drawn cap, but it's a good kind of more substantial wear. So I was wearing this every day for almost a month because I didn't have another backup because these are expensive, and I did pay for this out of pocket, just like I paid for the other one out of pocket. But again, I'm making this video because I just want others to be able to see what these wigs look like. So I'll probably take this outside now and show you what it looks like in the light, because I don't want to, I want you to get a feel for how it actually looks. I will spin around though here just so you kind of see what it looks like. I don't think I see on the back, the front, but on the side. Okay. So hopefully that helps give you kind of a feel for it. Where it is. One of the things that I saw somebody do on another video is they pulled back a piece of hair and showed kind of what it looked like. And I think that's really important because this one really you can pull up in any direction and it looks realistic. And that was something that also was really important to me, because somebody else in one of their reviews had done that and there was like a hole there, like you could see right through to the scalp. And it didn't, you know, to me that wasn't as flattering because I do like to wear my hair up. So just something to consider as you're looking at wigs and trying to decide which one to use. The other thing about this is because it is a tighter cap and has that silicone in it, you can actually wear this and work out and not be concerned about this slipping. You know, I don't typically wear something underneath in order to hold it in place because it does fit well on my head. So yeah, so I'll bring this outside now and that way you'll get a view from outside as well. Okay, so here it is outside. My glasses may start to turn colors because they are transition lenses, but here's what the color looks like. And you can see some of the red in it that I think is really beautiful. Okay. I hope this helps, and I hope this helps someone who's trying to make a decision on trying to decide what type of wig to get, especially with human hair wigs. So, okay, well, I'll do the other review next, and thank you so much. Okay, so hi. So here's the other wig that I was wearing previously. This one is Ellenville, and it is Delicate Plus. It's also 100% Remy human hair. This is Espresso Mix, which I was really nervous about actually when I got it. I was, or before I got it, I was concerned that it would be too dark and that it wouldn't, like it would be almost black and wouldn't go well with my skin tone, that I would look too goth with it. But I really, really like it. I think that it's the perfect level of dark, because for me, it still has that brunette in it. It's not like a 100% black, and so I feel like it still plays well with my skin tone, and I don't look too gothic or anything to that degree. Not that I am opposed. I did enjoy my gothic phases for many, many years and sometimes go back to them. So not a bad thing, just not something I was going after for my work. So anyways, this is shorter. You know, what's interesting to me is when I looked at the pictures of this online, one of the things that I noticed on all the models was that it appeared like it was all the way up at like the ears. And that kind of worried me because I do like to have my hair a little bit longer than that. And so I was like, I don't know about the length. But when I got it and I put it on, I was like, this is perfect. This is exactly how I like the length of hair I like. You know, I did like the longer one that I showed you earlier. But that one has its issues. You know, it's a longer hair. It requires a little bit more. It's a little heavier in your head. It's a little warmer. It's, again, great for like a date night, but can be a little bit more limiting when you're just trying to do your everyday job and you're just like, I just need my hair out of my face and I just need to go. So I definitely love this because of how light it is. The downsides are is that, you know, the scalp is not as realistic. It doesn't have that French drawn cap to it. So, I mean, I haven't gone through with concealer to make it look better. So you can see, you know, a little bit where the lace is. I don't think it's as realistic as the other one from Raquel Welch, but I think it depends on what you're going after. You know, if you want a nice human hair wig that is going to allow you to every day just throw it on and do your thing and feel confident, then I think this is a really perfect one. I also should note that I do not have, you know, I still have hair. I am a little concerned that if I didn't have hair, that this one might be a little uncomfortable. I've, you know, felt the seams on the cap itself with my fingers, and they feel a little rough. So if I was completely bald, I would want to wear something underneath this to protect my head. And that's just something to be aware of. It also has a lot of give, more so than I've seen in other Wille. Like I have one of their synthetics, the Arrow wig, and that one is much more structured, I would say. It like fits my head perfectly. This one just seems to have like a ton of stretch to it. And so that's good if you have a bigger head. But if your head is smaller, you might want to consider a petite size. I mentioned in my other review, my head is like average, but a little bit on the small side for average, but it doesn't fall into the petite category. This fits, but it's a little loose. And so I make sure I push down on the ear tabs, which it has. I make sure that I'm tightening in the back, and doing what I need to do in order to keep it in a good place. But I'm not wearing something underneath this. I'm not wearing a cap or a wig grip, and I don't feel like it's going to fall off my head. So I think it's a really great wig, and I think it's a good everyday wig. I was very lucky that I was able to get this one on clearance, and so I got it for an amazing price. And I'm so glad that I picked it up because it is very comfortable to wear. Again, I have hair, so it's not bothering my scalp at all, and it's just very light and just easy to throw on, and I just love that. You know, I feel like with the longer styles, you do have to spend some time going through and combing it and really making sure that it's doing what you want. And I do have a couple things that are flipping, but I'm sure that I spent a little bit more time. I could probably fix those. But again, this is Delicate Plus from Wille in the color Espresso Mix. I'll take it outside so you can get a look for it. It is 100% hand tied. But as I mentioned before, it's also got a nice lace front, although the lace front on this, I haven't trimmed this lace front at all. You can see how tiny this is. There is not much lace front, like extra there. So you're not going through and cutting that lace. That's not happening. So the amount of lace you get is what you get. It also is not as long as the Raquel Welch Provocateur. The Provocateur goes, you know, ear to ear. This one goes more temple to temple. So it's more, see where are we finding it? Right here to right here. So if you can see where my hands are, you can see I have some gray poking out because I'm not coloring my hair at this point. Yeah, so there are some differences here, you know, and there's a price difference as well for all the things that the Provocateur has that this one doesn't. But I think that this one is a really good everyday, especially from like a video camera perspective. I feel pretty confident in this. I don't know, you know, I haven't been wearing wigs that long, only a couple months, and so I don't know how I would feel if it was in person. I think I would want to do more with the parts to kind of make it look a little bit more realistic. I might thin this just a little bit here so that it again is a little bit more realistic, but with a video conferencing call, it's just nice to be able to just throw something on. So anyways, I'll take this outside so you can see it. Definitely a really good wig, and another thing that I would definitely recommend this one. So just another video, because again, I couldn't find any videos of this one on a real person either. So I just wanted everybody to be able to have an opportunity to see, okay, this is what this might look like on me. So I don't have all the dimensions like a normal wig reviewer would, but you can definitely go look those up in any of the wig websites and they can tell you what those are. Okay, here, we'll go outside now. Okay, so this is the Espresso Mix. And as you can see, it's, you know, it is dark, but it's got some really nice chocolate brown in there. So I think it's a really gorgeous color. And again, my glasses are probably going to transition because that's what they do in the light. So hopefully this gives you an idea of what this would look like. There we go. In the light. So again, it's not like a pitch black. You can see this is a nice dark black, true black color, and this has definitely got that brunette coloring to it. So it's darker than the other one, but this espresso mix is not a true black color. So hopefully that helps, and hopefully this will give you an idea for if you're deciding to get this particular wig. Okay, thanks.